So you run the Breakfast Club, and there was a little bit of backlash over the Cardi B comments.
Oh, okay. We're going to go to Cardi. Okay, what's up?
Okay. So in your own point of view, what do you think that you said about Cardi, and do you feel that it was misconstrued a little bit?
I think that people like to dig for drama. People like to look for controversy, even when it's not there. And I don't feel that I said anything that I would take back. I said what I said, and that's what it is, and that's how I feel, and I'll say it again. Basically, what I said was, and to be honest, I even feel awkward because during my interview, the interview was about me, right? Somehow, as usual, trying to start something, they threw, oh, so Cardi B, da 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 da, and I gave a fictional expression because I'm naturally very animated in my face, and I looked like that look for which her sister came at me about. The look wasn't really of Cardi. It was more like, why are you trying to bring her into this conversation when we're talking about colorism and me, you know? And it's the same thing that even Matthew Knowles said at some point. And many other people have felt the same way or understand where I'm coming from, where I say that obviously, and it's not that Beyonce, because I love Beyonce. Beyonce is life to me. But it's the same thing that Cardi, Beyonce, Rihanna, or whomever it may be, you know, of different shade, maybe a little bit lighter, a little bit darker, whatever. They do look at that. You know, we can't say that they don't look. And it's not that they're not talented, and they just made it because they're pretty or because they're lighter or whatever. All these women, they work hard and they deserve to be where they're at. However, I'm not saying that there aren't a lot of beautiful, talented women as well that are darker that won't get looked at the same way. That's all that I said, because unfortunately, colorism does exist. So that's just what it is. Just like they want me to be less Macy Gray, more Beyonce. Fro is not acceptable. Make it straight. Lighten your skin. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's like, it's just a system. So I never meant it directly towards Cardi. Like, the only reason why you're succeeding is because you're lighter than me, or because, you know, whatever. No, we're both Afro-Latinas. We are both Dominican. We are both, like, you know what I'm saying? We've lived different struggles. We come from different backgrounds. We come from different, and I get that. And therefore, just like in every interview, I had the opportunity to bring her up by saying that she's a talented, amazing woman, and I admire her from starting from the bottom and all the way where she's at. People never talk about the positive that I'm saying about her or any other female artist. They just want to dig for, oh, Amara said this about Cardi B. I've never said anything negative about her, ever. So it was just annoying that people felt the need to, like, dig for nonsense. Like, that never was the topic.
Well, I interviewed Cardi right before Bodak Yellow came out.
Yeah.
And you know, as someone who's been in the music industry for over 15 years, like, I have seen so many, you know, strippers trying to rap, porn stars trying to rap, models trying to rap,
yeah.
girlfriends of rappers trying to rap, everything else like that. And historically, that's usually a strike against you. People usually take you less seriously.
Right.
If
She
they
said
know
it many
you,
times.
if they know you for something else.
Mm-hmm.
And quite honestly, like, you know, when I did the interview, it was like, you know, she was already signed to Atlantic and stuff like that, but that really doesn't mean anything. You could be signed. I used to work at a major label. There's lots of artists that got signed that went absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, she was not, you know how every so often, like who's a good example of this? You take a Christina Aguilera, and like, from the very beginning, the industry, you know, the labels got behind her and said, okay, cool, this is our next big superstar. We are gonna prop her up to go through the roof right when she drops. You know what I'm saying? And I remember watching that process happen. Mm-hmm. Cardi was not one of those. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like they said, Cardi, we are gonna put everything behind you and you're going to be on the cover of Vogue.
Right.
Cardi just had a deal and kept dropping mixtapes, and Bodak Yellow just happened to be one of those songs that just took off. You know, I haven't talked to her about it myself, but I'm pretty sure she didn't make Bodak Yellow and say, this is going to be my mega hit.
Right.
It was probably just another song on a mixtape.
Right.
That people just fucked with. Mm-hmm. So, So in terms of like where Cardi B got to, where she got to, it was really just through hard work and doing her thing.
So this
and
is what I'm.
everything
So
else
this
like
is what
that.
I'm saying. I agreed with the same statement you're just saying. It's just that they were digging for something, while I'm talking about my struggles and where I'm coming from, and people that feel the same way that I do, and then they felt the need to throw that in there to kind of make. I don't know how that exactly had anything to do with the conversation at the moment, but when they did ask me, I did say that. And I'll say that now, and let's not talk about Cardi. Let's not name drop anybody realistically. Colorism does exist. Period. That's just what it is. People don't want to talk about it, but you see it on the internet every day. And it's not that it wasn't happening before. It's just that now we've been able to record it, film it, and post it. So colorism, racial issues do exist all over the world. And there is that prototype that if you look a certain type of way, you're more marketable, you're more commercial than if you look like this. So that's just the real. Like there's no, maybe it's just in your mind, like I was told. There is none of that. It's the truth. Period. It may not be your truth, it may not, but it is the truth. So the same thing that happens in my own community. Colorism exists. They'd rather pick people that have more European features or look more like this or look more commercial for TV, magazines, music, this, that, da, 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 than other people that look like that. If they had to pick between artist that sounds like, I don't know, Whitney Houston and looks like this, sings like Whitney Houston but looks like that, they're going to look for this because this is more commercial. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Visually, it's more acceptable. So that's just what it is. And I felt bad that they try to do that because I've said in every interview I would love to work with her. We both come from the same franchise. It would be amazing. I love to uplift other women as well because I believe in women empowerment and I believe in uniting powers. I may have an audience that you don't have and vice versa. And I'm not talking about specifically her. It could be any artist, any female artist. So, that's just what it is. People like the drama and that's part of the entertainment industry.
Well, I remember, I clearly remember this. There was, if you remember that song, Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me?
The Pussycat Dolls.
Pussycat Dolls. But that was not originally a Pussycat Dolls song.
Oh, it wasn't?
It was a song, it was written by CeeLo.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
I love
It was
CeeLo.
written by him.
Yeah.
And it was given to this other girl who was kind of dark skinned, not a model type,
Yeah.
girl. And I remember she actually, and I met her, I remember me and her had a conversation about this. She started performing the song and the song started to kind of build up in LA. And then the label said, this is a great song. We don't think this is the right girl for the song. Let's go ahead and take this exact same song with the same cadence and everything else like that and give it to the Pussycat Dolls and have Nicole, be the front lead singer of this. And the song was literally snatched away, given to the Pussycat Dolls, and the Pussycat Dolls song went through the roof.
Right.
And I remember when I met the girl who did it originally, she was so angry about this whole situation. Because, even though CeeLo wrote the song, the Pussycat Dolls kind of did the same type of inflections that she did. And because she didn't write it, she didn't get anything from that. She just kind of left, got
It's
caught,
like back in the days, they used to do the same thing. They would have, let's say, not a such attractive artist sing the song, and they would get a girl that looked commercially right, and then she would just, lip sync.
Well, I interviewed Rob from Milli Vanilli.
Oh, okay.
The surviving member of Milli Vanilli, and all their songs were written by older middle-aged guys.
So he speaks to Rob.
Okay.
And I'm trying to decipher. I knew a little bit, So I'm trying to figure it out. And those guys are like arguing. I see Rob's eyes going like, "Rrr," and then the dude's like, "Rrr," and then Frank gets out of the room, like, what's going on? And then he looks at me and tells me, look, he wants us to like lip sync. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, we signed a contract. And I'm like, I don't get it. And I'm like, no, I ain't doing that. So we get out of the room. It's like, man, we ain't doing that, And so we went back to our hotel. And we're like, so what do we do? This stuff is crazy. And then they called us, and then they told us to come back.
It's very annoying because yes, I am an artist, but I actually do stand up for something as well. I do use my voice to I feel I am breaking barriers. I am opening doors. I am giving opportunities for other people that feel as if they're being discriminated or feel as if they're not given the same opportunities based off the way that they look, period. It doesn't have to mean that you're black. It can, in general, if you feel as if you're not being judged based off who you are as a person, your education, your personality, you're based off, they're judging you based off your look, my message goes for you as well. You know what I mean? So it sucks that I have to defend myself all the time. Or clarify things all the time because people are digging and looking and just pushing the buttons and they're just there ticking all the time. I refuse to stop. That's not going to stop me from saying what I have to say, period. Because it's more than just about me. It's about the people that look up to me. It's about the people, the little girls, the little kids that are growing up. It's about that. You know, I'm sure that one of the people that I truly admire is Martin Luther King because he was able peacefully to inspire so many people to come together to make a difference. And I'm not saying that I'm Martin Luther King. I obviously just look up to him. I just wish that by being vocal with my words and what I stand up for, that I can inspire other people to come together and agree. Listen, let's not judge this person based off their looks and based off their talent or who they really are. Because that's really what's happening these days. Back when Aretha Franklin and all these amazing artists, it was their talent. And it was who they were. It wasn't so much about the looks like it is now. And that is just not the entertainment industry. It's in general, everything that's happening now.